On the news tonight, Nigerian Senate urges mandatory stockkeeping of life-saving medicines in Nigerian hospitals. As Oba of Lagos advises management of NTA Lagos Channel 10 to incorporate more value-orienting programs for the Nigerian youth during Hakata's visit. Plus, latest in the world of sports. Good evening and a warm welcome to the news at 7 on NTA Lagos Channel 10. I am Nta Ch10, the news in detail. The World Bank has expressed readiness to mobilize support for Nigeria towards achieving its immediate target of $1 trillion economy with 7% GDP growth rate. The Managing Director of Operations of the World Bank, Nta Ch10, made the commitment during a meeting with President Bola Tinubu on Tuesday. State House correspondent Musbao Dan Wahab reports.
Vice President Kashim Shettima, who has been leading Nigeria's interface to finalize new areas of partnership with the World Bank, took the discussion higher and to his principal. The aim is to finalize a new country partnership framework. And this meeting with the President is both for feedback and conversation on what next to do for greater results, as the World Bank says it has been monitoring the progress of Nigeria's economic reforms under Tinubu and the administration's consistency.
Nigeria is a frequent example in my discussions with people around the world, presidents around the world, policymakers around the world, investors around the world, because I think in these 2 years, the results that have been achieved are really commendable.
The talks have been on possibilities of partnerships, including large-scale infrastructure developments, agriculture, transportation, human capital developments, access to financing for micro and medium enterprises, and now expressing willingness to contribute to the administration's economic targets. The World Bank is equally suggesting job creation for the teeming youth as key in checking poverty on the continent.
We need to pay attention to Africa because Africa holds the key to the future, in my view. So jobs is what we've identified as something very important as a result we're seeking. Job creation, jobs that allow people to have upward mobility, because the best way out of poverty ultimately is that people have their own livelihoods.
Since we've gone into this journey of reform, we have our hands on the plow and we're never going to look back.
And on the forward march, President Tinubu promises that his government will remain consistent with its policies, saying that Nigeria, as the giant of Africa, must get its socio-economic policies right.
Nigeria is the heart of the continent, and it is necessary for us to do what's necessary to strengthen the economy. I want the World Bank to look at various options of financing, taking the model. What is the value of encouragement for an Africa that is taking this huge population on an assurance of prosperity? How can you accelerate that growth in a partnership with us? It's very important to me. Any way that we can cut bureaucracy, push the risk, and develop the skill of our people.
The President says it will continue to improve on policies enhancing ease of doing business to encourage more foreign direct investments in the country. From the State House, Musbao Dan Wahab, NTA News.
And we move away from the World Bank and delve into the Nigerian health sector, as the Senate has asked the Federal Ministry of Health to ensure availability and access to life-saving antidotes and other emergency medicines in both public and private hospitals nationwide. This was sequel to a motion referencing the death of Ifunanya Mwangene, an Abuja-based singer, as a result of snake bite. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports.
Senator Idiat Oluronti raised the matter at plenary Tuesday. Coming on the matters of urgent importance, Oluronti stressed the need for Ministry of Health to develop and enforce guidelines on provision of essential
Babajide Sanwo-Olu to direct the Commissioner for Information and Strategy to intensify public enlightenment on the ongoing demolition exercises in parts of the state. The call followed a motion moved by member representing Oshodi, Isolo Constituency 1, Honorable Stephen Ogundikpe, during plenary, presided over by the Speaker of the House, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa in Lagos. Musa Toliat takes it from here.
Exercises in some parts of the metropolis have continued to elicit incessant protest by affected residents. However, the recent violent protest which necessitated the police to disperse the violent groups seeking to occupy the House of Assembly with minimum force necessitated the plenary to address the ugly situation. The plenary, which was conducted in indigenous Yoruba language, raises the need for the legislature intervention to douse the growing tension across the metropolis. Member representing Oshodi Solo Constituency 1, Honorable Stephen Ogundikpe, who raised the motion on that matter of urgent public importance, stressed that there's need for the executive to intimate the legislature on sensitive exercises like demolition, while condemning the use of violent protest to seek redress. Some lawmakers want the executive to carry out urban renewal with human face, though such exercises might be necessary. Others identified increased investment in affordable housing scheme as a way to holistically address frequent agitation when the need for demolition arises. The House unanimously resolved to commend the Commissioner of Police, Olondare Jimoh, for his professionalism in handling the recent violent protest around the House of Assembly. In another development, the Lagos lawmakers have condemned news making the rounds that the legislature pardoned the recently passed 2026 appropriation bill to make provision for the purchase of houses in Abuja for its members. The lawmakers asserted that the information is fabricated with the aim to mislead the public and should not be taken seriously. The Speaker, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, described the situation as a serious allegation aimed at damaging the institution's reputation. He therefore directed the Clerk of the House to formally request the media outlets that broadcast the misinformation and the individual responsible for spreading the rumor to retract their statements immediately. He says failure to comply would result in necessary actions from the media headquarters through the House. Chairman, Committee on Information, Strategy and Security, Honorable Stephen Ogundikpe, sheds light on the decisions taken during plenary.
So if the governors could come out openly to tell Lagosians that illegal structures, shanties and all the things in Lagos must go. Our own is to appeal that those who have documentations, those who have CFOs, those who are there legally must be well compensated and reason. So probably we look for a low-cost housing or things to make things also. We are also concerned. We are also concerned that nobody, if we are representing people, how do we want same people we are representing to go out of shelter? Or how do we want them, despite the economic challenges, to also have their own issues? So what we are saying is that all of us must collaborate to get to the bottom of the issue.
The Speaker has also called.
We'll go on a brief break. More reports afterwards. Please stay tuned. We will be right back.
What does wellness sound like?
It sounds like this.
Clean, pure, naturally refreshing. Every drop, purified with purpose. Crafted using eco-friendly processes and state-of-the-art filtration systems. It's not just water. It's smart water for smart people.
At home, in the office, at your next event or lounge, stay sharp. Stay hydrated.
Southern Spa Premium Water. Available in 75 c-liter bottles and 19-liter refills. Call 0802-331-8305 or 0913-816-0191 to place your order today. Southern Spa Premium Water for health and living.
need hotel service that runs hospitality business as real business? Then look no further, because Suru Express Hotels is readily available to meet your hotel accommodation needs in a cozy and serene atmosphere. Courtesy and care greet your arrival at our front desk while you're checking out our various rooms, suites, deluxe, standard and express gold, all fitted for purpose you desire. Healthy nutrition is also a top priority at our tastefully organized restaurants in Suru Express Hotels. With our ultra-modern gymnasium, maintaining your fitness is guaranteed in a conducive atmosphere. To unwind and reduce stress, our world-class standard swimming pool and game centers are always available. We are strategically located in Surulere, Ikeja GRA, Ikorodu, to provide unparalleled hospitality and free parking and top-notch security. A choice of any Suru Express hotel is a choice made with wisdom.
You're welcome back to the news at 7 on NTA Lagos Channel 10, and we continue the news with this report reaching us from the Palace of the Oba of Lagos. The Nigerian Television Authority needs to go back to the archives and reintroduce programs that used to promote moral values and societal uprightness, especially among the teeming youth population of the country. This advice was given by the Oba of Lagos, Rilwan Akiolu, when he granted audience to the management of NTA Lagos Channel 10 at his Iga Idugonron Palace in Lagos. Musa Toliat has the details.
And management team of the NTA Lagos Channel 10 to the Palace of Oba of Lagos is informed by the need to seek royal support with a view to enhancing cultural content.
To allow everyone and seek your royal support and blessings. We humbly seek KBC royal blessing and gracious endorsement for NTA Channel 10 traditional and cultural program, Oriade, as a custodian of Lagos history and values.
This program called Oriade is mainly for palaces in Lagos that want to promote the culture, the tradition, and the Obas as a custodian of this culture.
The Lagos monarch, Oba Rilwan Akiolu, appreciated the visit by the management of NTA Lagos Channel 10, while calling on federal government to reposition NTA so that it can effectively produce contents that promote patriotism and national cohesion.
We are undoubtedly part and parcel of federal government establishments, and they are supposed to provide all that is required for effective and efficient performance of your duty. Leadership alone cannot do it alone if there is no cooperation from the followership. Don't give room for gossip. Ask him or her if he is able to confront anybody who thought he has said.
Oba Akiolu also comments on the proliferation of royal fathers and chiefs as Lagos state government sets to clamp down on perceived illegal monarchs.
Majority of people who want to become chief want to go and sell the family property for aggrandizement of money. And that is why, and I want you to give wide publicity to that one. In Kosoko, I strongly objected to the nomination of somebody, and I didn't hide it that the particular person is not a fit and proper person. And I gave my reasons. By the grace of God Almighty, I have been proved right with what has happened.
General Manager NTA Lagos Channel 10, Modupe Oyewumi, sums up the visit to Oba of Lagos' palace.
The Oba is a very disciplined.
In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
And now we've come to the end of the English version of the news at
Ẹ̀kálẹ́, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ òní. Ìròyìn lámútọ̀yìn wá láti lè ṣe amóhùnmáwòrán ìjọba tí ó tọ́ka sí ikú Ifunanya Nwangele, akọrin kan tí ń gbé ní ìlú Àbújá. ẹni tí ejò sán jẹ tó sì kú nítorí àìrí oògùn pàjáwìrì láti tọ́jú rẹ̀. Oníròyìn ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin Lami Ali ló mú ìròyìn náà wá. Ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin Èkó ti bẹ̀ gómìnà Babájídé Sanwó-Olú láti pàṣẹ fún kọmíṣánná fún ìròyìn àti ètò kí ó túbọ̀ mú ìtànkálẹ̀ ìmọ̀ àti ìtọ́sọ́nà ará ìlú pọ̀ sí i lórí àwọn iṣẹ́ ìtúpalẹ̀ ilé demonation ní díẹ̀díẹ̀ lára àwọn agbègbè ìpínlẹ̀ náà. Ọ̀rọ̀ náà jẹyọ lásìkò tí aṣòfin tó ṣe ojú Òṣòdì Ìsọlọ̀ constituency 1 Honourable Stephen Ogundipe tó gbé ọ̀rọ̀ náà kalẹ̀ ní ibi ìpàdé àgbà ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin tí Right Honourable Mudashiru Obasa darí ìjókòó náà. Olówó Èkó Baba Fuad Ọba Rilwan Oṣuọlálé Àrẹ̀mú Akíolú ti rọ iléeṣẹ́ tẹlifíṣàn orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà NTA láti padà sí àkọsílẹ̀ ìtàn wọn kí wọ́n sì tún gbé àwọn ètò amóhùnmáwòrán tí ń kọ́ ìwà rere àti ìtọ́ni ìwà ọmọ ènìyàn kalẹ̀, pàápàá jùlọ láàrin àwọn ọ̀dọ́ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Musa Talat jábọ̀ ìròyìn wípé Ọba Akíolú sọ èyí náà nígbà tó ń gba ìjọba àti alákòóso NTA Lagos Channel 10 lálejò ní ààfin rẹ̀ Ìga Ìdúgọ̀ràn ní ìlú Èkó. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọba ṣe sọ, àtúnṣe irú àwọn ètò bẹ́ẹ̀ yóò ṣe àfikún ńlá sí ìtọ́jú ìwà ìbágbépọ̀ àwùjọ àti ìdàgbàsókè àwùjọ ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. A ò ní rí jù báyìí lọ lórí àṣàyàn ìròyìn tòní. Olúwaṣèyí Adéṣọlá Akínládé lórúkọ mi. Jésùtọ́ Moses wà níkàlẹ̀ láti mú ìyókù ìròyìn wá fún wa ní èdè Ègùn. Ẹ ṣé tẹ́ ń tẹ́tí sí wa, ọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan la ó jí láyọ̀. Ó dàbọ̀.
bẹ́ẹ̀ mi máa kú lọ́wọ́ ìjà yìí mi kúrò tọ́rí lọ mi kó àbọ̀ lẹ́lẹ́ díẹ̀ san NTA Jésùtàn Moses wọ́ọ̀lẹ́ náà ẹni lọ́ọ́ tó kí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ó sẹ́wọ̀n ọ̀dàwọ̀ ó tóbó Nàìjíríà tó wẹ̀ kó báyìí gbèrè tó dín lọ ó ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ yìí ó tó tó pé lẹ́ẹ̀kpó tó tóbó Nàìjíríà tó mẹ́ nímọ̀dọ̀ yẹ wúyàwó dáyìí náà ó àdí ẹnẹ sí àmà ẹnẹ sí òyìn náà tó mọ̀dọ̀ mẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́ bíọ́ dọ̀ ní òmẹ̀yẹ náà òyìn mọ̀ nkọ̀tàn ní mọ̀ yìí tó mẹ̀wẹ̀nu náà tó di ké mọ̀dọ̀ ònú yẹn àdí ẹnẹ ònú dàhàdúmẹ̀ kàfí ònú mọ̀ nkọ̀tàn lẹ̀ dọ̀ ẹni tó mọ̀dọ̀ yẹyẹ òhun wọn sọ àdí mọ̀ nkọ̀tàn ẹ̀ àwọ̀ ònú tìjọ mọ̀ nkọ̀tàn ẹ̀ gáhẹ̀ wá náà ògbẹ́tọ́ dẹ́ pé tó tóbó Nàìjíríà tán mẹ́ òwúlọ wẹ̀ ọ̀mẹ̀yìn òsẹ́ńtọ́ sọ àwọn ní fílẹ̀ ẹnẹ òsèǹtọ̀ ìdí àtàdébùlé gbàdó àgbàjì tó sẹ́họ́mẹ́ tó tóbóyọ̀ tá Àbújá tó mẹ́ tó dán tó wọnú èyí tó hó dọ̀ tàǹtó òdùtìjọ he wáyé tó òtóbó tá Àbújá tó mẹ́ tó dán he òhàn sínú dé èmìyàn di fúnayà wọn gẹ̀nẹ̀ yóò dé ọ̀dà àdú tó wé tán gbé gbẹ̀sán yóò dé máa mọ òyìn èyí yóò dé ráyé àdí wọn sàn ò dànsí ò àdúpalọ́sí tó wọnú he jọjọ ètò òtòwò tá Àbújá tó mẹ́tò dán ẹni wọ́n tó wẹ̀ tó torí àtòdì tó pọ̀ ní sàmìtàn Lami àlídàlẹ̀ ẹ̀yìn náà gbọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ wa lọ́sọ̀tà látòdì kẹ́wọ́n lọ ama mon ko tole tin to ayi na do mi o de ye na gbe tole na jo to teji to de we se ha awon ni mateton ko yiro awon ni matega Babájídé Sanwó-Olú do mi o de gbẹ̀rán òmẹ̀yìn o gbèrè tọ́ náà ò lè ní pítà fà sílẹ̀ sí òkú tó Nàìjíríà àwọn ní mátẹ̀mẹ̀fìlẹ̀ dọ̀ yìí nígbà yà ìnámẹ̀ tó ònú yìí tó àyíwá tó hìhọ́ tó ìyọ́ tó fífò lẹ̀ tó àwọn ní mátẹ̀mẹ̀ òkúlọ wẹ̀ẹ́ dọ̀ èkónú òmẹ̀yìn ò sẹ́wọ́n tọ́ tọ́sán ṣòdì sọ̀rọ̀ sí àpá títà tó iná ò sẹ́wọ́n tọ́ Stephen Ògúndípẹ̀ tó gbà ọlọ́dọ̀ àyí gàdó òde yìí o ma ti jẹ gbẹtọlẹ tán tó dín tòde ọhíhọ lẹ́ẹ̀dọ́ tó àyíwá tó fífò lẹ́ẹ̀lẹ́dọ́ àwọn onímọ̀tẹ́mẹ̀ tó ma tẹ̀mẹ̀ mímọ̀dé tó ètò àlọ́nu tó ma kókó lọ sún òmìnir ònùkọ̀tọ̀ òsẹ́wà àwọn onímọ̀tẹ́tàn ẹnẹ Múdàsírù Ọbaṣá ní òde ìnànùkàn náà ó dìdọ́lọ́kẹ̀ jẹ́dẹ̀ ìwé lọ́tẹ̀ tó mú dọ̀ ònú èyí ònú tìjọ́ lọ ní òde èyí dìkẹ́ òtòmọ̀ọ́nà ẹ̀yán òde ètò yìí lọ nàdúmọ̀dọ̀ ọ̀hà ẹ̀tàn wádò tòde àhọ́lù tó tìtọ́lẹ̀ báyìí tó ti wẹ tẹlifíṣàn sọ pé NTA tán yóò dé èkó dọ tó ti dọ nítorí àzọ wà kùtùkùtù dáńtọ́ dìkẹ́ ọmọ dọ ó ti tó dàgbé mẹmẹlẹ ìdádìkẹ́ bọ àvàṣẹ ní ìmọ̀ tó gbọ́ ṣiṣẹ́ tó pọ̀ tùmẹ̀lẹ́ dalẹ̀ ìbúra tó gbọ́ àlọ́ náà nìkan yìí òtògbó Nàìjíríà tó ń bírèbù mọ̀kẹ́rẹ́ òtítọ́ ìdá gbọ́ àlọ́ náà òjọ̀jálẹ̀ náà tó yóò dé èyí yóò mú eyín yóò wà pẹ́lẹ́ yìí wà tó òtògbó Nàìjíríà tó mẹ́ àyìnàmẹ́lọ́wẹ̀ àhọ́lú ẹni àwọn ìtàn rírú ànàkíolú báyìí tó wẹnu ẹ ònùkọ̀tà tẹlifíṣàn sọ́pẹ́ fìlẹ̀ tán ẹni tó NTA ìdọ̀nù tó àhọ́lú tó ìgà ìdúgọ̀ràn tó àhọ́lú pẹ́ ìsọmítọ̀ Musa Toliat ètò ẹ̀kọ́lọ́tàn tó yá lọ àhọ́lú àkíolú tó òkú tán mẹ́ yíra òtòkú họ́lú náà tó àlọ́gbọ́nà báyìí náà tẹlifíṣàn sọ́pẹ́ NTA tán náà tó